welcome to the Scholar Progenium. Today we've got another exciting bolt action battle report for you. It's going to be 1100 points, competitive lists, Brits versus Finns. First up, we'll take a look through the Finnish list. Now, I've gone away for a little while and come back with some drastic changes. Regular viewers will notice straight away there's no Carcarpatios in this list, although I am using a couple of the models just for fun as snipers and that kind of thing. So I'll take you through in a bit more detail. Starting off, we have a regular second lieutenant on his own. He's not got skis, that's just for fun. We then have 4 squads of veteran sissy fighters. 2 of those are 8-man squads and 2 are 7-man squads with an LMG. We then have a 5th unit of infantry, this time a 6-man regular continuation warfighter squad. They've got 2 Panzerfausts in there and the rest are rifles. All the veterans are upgraded to tough fighter, but the regulars do not have that upgrade. Moving on to the support teams, we have a regular mortar with a spotter. We have a regular sniper team, although he does have Master of the Hunt, allowing him to advance into ambush. We then have a regular Panzerschreck team in a utility car. We have a regular flamethrower team also in a utility car. And then finally, we have a Bofors heavy autocannon. Oh, and of course we mustn't forget the BT-42 medium howitzer light tank to round out the list. So that takes us overall to 14 dice at 1100 points. Now I am 3 points short. If I had just one more point, then I could drop this down to a 5-man squad and bump one of the sissy squads up to 8-man. Maybe move my LMGs around. So there's a couple of little bits I can do right now, but this is sort of a jumping off point, a baseline to the rewrite of the list, you might say. And of course, if you're not aware, we're going over to Denmark in a couple of weeks, me and JP, to fight against Bo Mortensen for the weekend. We're going to be getting loads of content for you guys, and this is going to be one of the lists that I'll be running. So that's going to be practice for the GT this August, which is of course the point of this series. And if you haven't followed my journey so far, as I go from amateur semi-competitive bolt action player to playing in the Warlord GT, then I'll leave a link to the playlist and you can catch up on all of that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes and all our other weekly bolt action content. So with all that being said, let's find out what the Finns will be facing today. So here we have the Brits. Now it's a Gurkha list. JP's made a couple of little changes himself. We haven't got a flamer in this list yet, although I did very recently win this little commando support team box set at a tournament. Nice little price. This is all new models, new releases as far as I'm aware. I'm looking forward to getting that flamer in the list, and a new sniper model too. Should be cool. So without much further ado, JP, why don't you talk us through what you've got in the list here?
Okay, so leading the army, we've just got an inexperienced second lieutenant. Then we have the 3 air observer. Then we've got 2 Chindit squads, both 7-man, armed with an LMG each. Then we've got 2 7-man Gurkha squads. Again, no extra weapons on them, just run up the board. I've got a 5-man veteran squad with 2 SMGs. They're going to be in a Bren with the pintle mounted. I've then got a Piat team regular. He's also going to be in the Bren with the extra LMG. The Stuart Mark II, I believe, with the double LMG upgrade. The Humber Mark IV with the light anti-tank gun. A regular sniper. I've gone for the £25, a British £25. I want to try it out, see what it's like. A medium mortar and experienced, and that's the army.
15 dice, 1100 points. Okay, let's see how we handle this. So here we have the field of battle after deployment. We're playing sectors, so that means it's table quarters. JP won the roll-off and picked this side over here. He was originally going to go for this table quarter, but then he realised I could whiz up the road with a flamethrower, so he changed his mind. Well spotted, I must say.
It was, yeah.
Yes. So I've, of course, got this table quarter here. In terms of scoring, it's going to be 1 point for every kill, 1 point for every unit that ends up in a neutral table quarter, and 3 points for every one of your units that ends up in the opponent's deployment table quarter. You can't set up within 12 inches of the centre at the start of the game. You might actually have to nudge those Tommies back a little bit there, just realised. We'll go through the terrain in a bit more detail whilst we're on it. So we've got a little bit of soft cover. Any 2 trees are soft cover. And as you can see, not much obscuring, but a lot of soft cover on the battlefield today. We've got 2 ruins, just 2 little farms with some soft cover. Now these aren't rough ground or obscuring the wheat fields, are they? But they are area terrain, so vehicles can gain soft cover from being in them if they so wish. The hills, the rocky hills, they're soft cover area terrain as well, but they are rough, difficult ground. I don't think we have any dense woodland today, so no difficult forests. Any trees are just soft cover. We've got a line of barricades, just soft cover, but difficult, of course, to cross all the way across the centre of the board, as you'll see here, whether it's bushes, this pond here. Now, this pond is counted as a depression. It's just a terrain rule we really like. So you don't get cover for shooting across it. You only get cover if you're in it. It's not obscure. It's difficult ground for infantry, but not for vehicles. It's just not that deep. It's just like muddy. Even wheeled vehicles can just go through it normally. So it's just like deep water, basically. Just a muddy pond. So that's the terrain, very simple setup. I'll take you through my Finns in a bit more detail. I have my mortar spotter just looking down here. That means I can see his inexperienced spotter and his artillery piece and his sniper as well. I've got a squad of 8 sissy just here ready to advance either to the middle or over towards this neutral table quarter, depending on what JP decides to do. I've got more infantry, an LMG squad and an 8-man squad in the centre. And then I've got a final 7-man LMG squad just covering that corner. They're possibly a bit out of position. I've also messed up again. I've got this 6-man squad just back here. I could do with them a little closer to be able to dash up to get the Stuart, but they are my sort of backup anti-tank. And as you can see, the BT-42 is just hidden behind the obscuring ruin and the hill, just nicely tucked away but ready to get some shots on. Hopefully doesn't get too bruised up by the preparatory bombardment, although probably will get 6 now that I've said that. I've also got at the back here a mortar and my Bofors, which is just overlooking the centre. I can actually see through that gap in the wall there. So if he had advanced on with any vehicles, well, he's got 2 Bren carriers. If he wants to push up there, I can shoot him as he comes on. Okay, JP, do you want to talk us through what you've done with your Brits?
Okay, so at the bottom left hand, I've just put the mortar, so it's got a good range and field of vision across the board. I've tucked away my artillery spotter next to him.
Oh, very nice.
Which is just here. Hopefully, he's far enough back away from your sniper. I've put the 25 pounder just behind the wall, so he's got, again, a good field of vision down the board. I've tucked the squad of the Chindits behind the cover, just ready to cover the advance. I've got another squad of Chindits on the difficult terrain, so they can again move through it and fire without penalty.
Just on that rocky hill.
I've got the 2 squads of Gurkhas ready just to run up the board, because that's how you play them.
Nice central positioning, yeah.
The 2 vehicles, I've had to deploy them slightly out of the way of the Bofors, right? Yeah. So it's the only bit of cover I could get where you couldn't get a shot on them. And that's pretty much it. In reserve, I've got the 2 Brens, the SMG team, the Piat team, and the officer.
And in reserve, I have 2 cars, one with a bazooka, one with a flamethrower, and then also the officer. Okay, now before we pull the first dice, of course, it's time for the all-important prep bombardment.
You're using Big Blue.
Don't let me down. Oh no, I knew it. Why? Why did I trust Big Blue?
You're using Big Blue.
You're not.
Oh, you get on 2.
That's just such a terrible start. Starting off 8-man sissy. It's D. It's 2 pins. Bow fours.
Oh, he gets the hit.
Cross.
Okay, the mortar.
That's 2 pins.
Oh, sissy squad on the hill. He gets a hit. The
That's a sissy squad.
sissy squad. Oh, gets a hit. This British artillery. Okay, the BT. Come on. Oh, he gets a hit. And the other squad. No, I'm finally the 6-man at the back. They'll get the 5.
You're the 2 pins. Or a hit. That's and nothing in return. That's really putting the fins on the back. Kill on the first sissy squad. Yeah, he gets one. It's next sissy squad. He gets one. Next sissy squad. He gets one. Is it significant? No, somehow. And then the BT 42. He does get a pen.
Okay.
And it's just a stun, so it's down for the turn and an extra pin. Okay, so I wanted a play test with the fins and flipping heck. This is going to be as bad a start as you could possibly hope. If I can fight my way out of this situation, then we've got, you know, we know it's a solid list competitively at least. So we'll get the first dice out of the bag. It's going to be, give it a rattle. It's going to be Brits. First British dice, and he's called in his artillery observer on this hill here, on this tree here, sorry. It sort of ensures he's going to get the bow fours and the mortar with a second barrage of artillery shells. And it gives him a nice bubble if I try and advance forwards there. Next dice is Finnish. We're going to try and pass a check for firing on this mortar. We need a 7, we go down. Dice is British. We're going for the 25-pounder. He's shooting across at the bow fours.
In the 6, come on, baby. Oh
no. Dice is Finnish. I'm going to have to rely on my veteran troops following orders. We're going for an advance order on this sissy squad on the front lines. We pass it on a 6 again with the other central sissy squad. This time we're trying to bring them away from that airstrike. And we pass it on a 7. We're going for a final advance order with the sissy squad down here, needing an 8. Pass it again. British sniper decides to take a shot over at the sissy squad that have just gone into ambush. He gets the hit and a kill. Chindits advance and fire. They line up against the hedgerow and start shooting into the Finnish sniper. It's going to be 6s. I'm staying up.
9 shots.
He gets a couple.
2 hits.
Needing 4s. He gets 1. Okay, so they go up to veteran. And a pass. Advances around the rocky outcrop. He's going to put some covering fire down on both of these sissy squads. 8 LMGs into one, a hull mounted and a coaxial MMG into the other. Now I'm going to go down at this point. It's crippling me, but the pins, having 2 pins on each squad would just put me back to square one, whereas if he misses because it's 6s followed by 6s, then I can actually just clear myself down to no pins next turn. So I think that's the play for now. He will get to obviously move forward with his infantry unaccosted, but I think it's the best play. Shots on the left squad. 1 chance, 2 chances. No, oh, close.
Then 8 shots. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, got away with the Stuart. Gurkhas run 12, backed up by the Stuart. Finns next. We're going for the bow fours now. I'm only going to take more pins, possibly die from the mortar, from the airstrike coming in. I've got to get those shots off whilst I even have a chance. So, order check on a 7. No! Humber advances around the back of the rocky outcrop and he's going to spray fire over into this remaining sissy squad in ambush. I've got to go down and just bide my time. I've taken a really heavy blow in the first turn.
Artillery strike.
Yeah, I've got another artillery strike coming in. Like, I've got to really just
hunker
down and conserve my forces until I can get myself together. Sixes. Nothing. British mortar now. He's going to pop at the Bofors, see if he can get 2-on-1 and direct. Gets the 6. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's going to be 2 guys, I think.
You are down now, so it's
down to 1 guy.
Yeah.
That's something. He gets the kill. How many have we got left? 3 or 2?
It was 3.
Nice. Okay, so that's not
half squad.
That's not half squads. And it's going to be 2. 3. 2. Can't do maths, I'm so shook. It's advanced down the face of the rocky outcrop. They're going to spray towards this sissy squad on the hill, try and get a second pin over there. Got some magic 6s. He's got 3 chances. He gets a hit.
No.
The final couple of dice are Finnish. I'm going to advance into this difficult terrain here and just shoot across from the ruin past my sissies here and just into the edge of this Gurkha squad. Now, it's going to be 6s to hit, but I have to show at least some resistance over the course of the turn. As you can see, most of my army is down. JP's not got a single pin on him, I don't think, at this stage. So, you know, just as
it's a great start for
yeah, we've got to do something. 6s against the Gurkhas. Come on! Oh, it's our turn. 4. Can we follow it up with some 5s? Come on, lads. We've got a kill. I'll take it. No. Going for an advance order with the Finnish sniper so we can get into range of his mortar. We pass it. So now we'll need to hit him. Well, now it's the end of the turn. So I'm going to try and pop his ambush. Needing a 4. We get it. Then needing a 3 to hit because he's no loader but he's firing a rifle from ambush. We get the hit. And then a 3 to knock it out. Come on. Yes! Excellent. The Finnish sniper finishes the turn with a kill. That's just what we needed. Okay, something good. And then all my other ambushes have gone down, haven't they?
Start the turn, I'll roll for the artillery, or do you want
to we'll do an end turn summary first. So at the end of that turn, the Finns managed to reposition, get away from the artillery strike and draw a line of ambushing veteran infantry to defend against the incoming Gurkhas. However, we got so heavily suppressed, we were forced down, and now we have some Gurkhas within probably 6 inches charge range. We'll fight at the same time, but I'll have half dice, not ideal. Although that's about as tough a squad as I could hope to have facing off against the Gurkhas. And we have killed one of them, and put a pin on them, though that won't really matter. So we've done something, although it's not gone as well as we could have done. But we are slowly clambering back. I need the first dice, ideally, to advance backwards, away from 6 inches away from these guys, and get into ambush. Just retreat and fire, that's the plan. Although so far he's closer than I'd like, and I'm more suppressed than I'd like. In other news, things that happened off camera, of course, this guy was forced down because he got stunned, so he didn't get a chance to rally the BT-42. This squad actually got an 11 on their rally and went down as well. However, you know, we did show resistance where we could. The name of the game was just staying alive. Which is not a great statement in the first turn, is it? Let's face facts, but it is what it is. The Brits, on the other hand, they advanced over here. They got a kill on the sniper, but as we saw, didn't even flinch. This guy just straight up advanced, killed off the British mortar team. The British sniper managed to suppress this sissy squad down to 2 pins, and this squad is on 2 pins. However, the squad I need the most to do something is only on 1 pin. That's good. But going into turn 2, the Brits are already in my face. Great positioning. They've got the first wave about to go in, the second wave to follow them up. I do have some follow-up reinforcements as well. I have got flamers in cars, so on and so forth. I've got bazookas in cars. You know, he's being quite brazen, which is good because you've got to seize the initiative, make hay whilst the sun shines.
Well, I'm just going gung-ho with the Gurkhas. I've never played them before, so it's a good...
And I think also, there is a time to be conservative, but this isn't it. You've got me suppressed. Do what you can whilst you can,
potentially
right?
the artillery strike coming in.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll roll that now, see what else happens. So it doesn't come in, a little bit of respite. First dice is British. He's got up and at him, so he can just pass that run order. He's within 6 inches of this Sissy squad. He's got to go for him before I just run out of charge range. So it's 6 Gurkhas versus 7 Sissy. However, of course, my attacks are halved rounded up. So I've only got 4. At the same time, Sissy on the right, Gurkhas on the left. Everyone's to a fighter. Let's do this. Nothing and nothing. Oh, you've got 1. That's it. So that's all it takes. Next up is Finnish. The Sissy squad that are unpinned. Then they're going to advance up and shoot into these Gurkhas. We've got to do something about 6s. 7 dice on 5s. We've got a couple. 3. No kills. Car with officer and a bazooka advances up the road. Artillery observer repositions the barrage towards the centre of the Finnish units here, although danger close to the Gurkhas. Let's go on ambush with the Chindits to stop me repositioning or bringing on a flamethrower on this board edge. I'm going to now fire with my sniper into that artillery officer, try and get the dice. Okay, so needing a 4.
4's a hit.
Yes. Okay, needing a 4 again.
4 again.
Come on, sniper. Yes! Okay, that's 2 dice, sniper. He's doing okay for 55 points. Advances into the edge of the pond. He's spraying 1 set of MGs into the Sissy squad on the right of the screen and 1 burst of MGs to the Sissy squad on the hill. I can't go down because then I'm just getting more pins, all of that. I've got to stay up and probably rally. Just eat it.
Shots first on 5s. 1, 2, 3 hits.
5s to kill.
Nothing.
Nothing.
10 and then 10 shots again on 5s. Oh, it's a great burst.
Hopefully that's all of it.
Hopefully. One gets 3.
3 kills. 2 chances for a specialist. No. Squad dash 12 inches from cover to cover. British sniper aims to put a 4th pin on this Sissy squad in the centre.
No,
some respect. 25 pounder goes for another indirect shot at the Beauforts, this time on a 5.
Come on.
No. Finnish officer hops out of the car to buff some units. Push aggressively into my table half. They're vulnerable to a flamer, but they're hitting on these guys on 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Because that LMG is within half range. I've decided to go down. Still hitting on 6s though.
4 shots on 6s. No. And 6s by 6s. There's a chance. Gets 1.
Oops, I ended this cut too early, but he got a 2. Bounces into the wheat field, taking soft cover. He's going to shoot into the Sissy squad in the ruins. Gets a couple.
2. And right or bets?
Bets all the way, man. Nope.
No,
Dice is also British. He's hopped out into the wheat field. He's going to spray into the Sissy. Stack some pins on these guys. Couple of hits.
And 3 on 5s.
Another one.
Another one. So 3 total. Gets 2 kills.
And another pin. No specialist. Second Bren, this time containing a Piat squad, advances up into the wheat field. He's spraying into the Sissy on the hill. Shots on 5s.
4 hits.
Kill on 5s. 1 kill. Big shot here. The Panther Shrek team has advanced into the ruin. They're shooting down into this Bren carrier. We need 3 dice out so we can activate early next turn. 5.
Come on.
No! Next dice is Finnish. Now, I'm in the kind of situation where I need some hits. I can't take my time and rally this mortar, because if I do, then he's going to hit my Bofors next turn with an indirect shot on a 4. So I just need to pass this and get a 6. 7. Come on. No, it's another 11. Well, I would have failed a rally. On order with the Shrek continuation war team. We fail it. Order on the BT-42. He gets it. 2 pins cleared. Here advances out and attempts a shot at the car, needing a 6. He doesn't get it. I've had a few Finnish dice in a row. Got a 6 on my rally for my Bofors, so got all the pins off them, and a 6 on this sissy squad here. I decided the best thing was to rally and then hope to get the first dice, because if I thought I'd just end up going down with 4
You've got
pins.
the odds going to be barrage potentially coming in now.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
it's the lesser of 2 evils.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do the best I can here. Like, do you know what I mean? You've done the damage and got the pins on early. I had nothing on you.
The BT rally, but still got 1 pin on him.
Yeah, just like, so that was that. These guys obviously failed with their little dash. So the officer basically didn't really help. But okay, big moment here. I've advanced up with my next dice. It's the car. We've gone 12. We've used his unit for cover. Now, yes, I could come up behind here, and that was a big contemplation, believe me. But if the artillery strike comes in and just pins up my entire army again, like,
you're just back to
I'm not actually defending anything, and I'll probably hit on a 5 because I can only get over half range with the flamethrower. Over here, I reckon that's definitely within 9 easily, which means I can get 6 out into this bit of cover here, flame them within half range, hopefully just get a kill, and then, you know, if we get the first dice next turn, maybe get the Stuart, who knows? Got to survive the Humber, but
we'll see.
We'll see, eh? We'll see. So it's next dice, JP. Do you want to put that on camera? It's 2-1 in the bag, close to the end of this turn. Yes!
Right.
Yes, we've done it. Okay, right. Well, you know what I've declared, so we'll measure it. Okay, so we're just a couple of inches away from those Chindits. We're within 12 inches of that sniper by my reckoning, so you'd have to shoot me over iron sights, and you can't see me with these Chindits at the moment over here. So I think it's as good as we can get, needing a 4. Okay, we really need to just get a 4 up now. Come on, lad. Yes.
He gets it.
It's a 5. Okay, I'm going to do the pins first. And it's 3 plus 1, 4 pins. Okay. How many hits do we get? We get 3. I'll take it.
That's so killing
2s. Come on. We get 3 kills. Do we get your officer? We do not.
Okay.
So killed 3. 4 left in the unit, but you do have to roll that flamethrower check. He runs away. We've done it. Okay, another good finish at the end of this turn. Final 2 dice. Our British officer in the Brent going down.
Yeah.
And then he is shooting with his Humber. 5 shots were from the MG into that flamethrower. Right, okay. Small team, soft cover. Probably within half range there, I would imagine.
3s, 4s, 5s.
And then needing for Air Force. He's got a kill.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're rolling that. You didn't get a 6. You're so used to 6s. Like, I must get a specialist roll. Right, okay, so I'll lead ship, needing an 8. We're okay. Finally, before we put dice in the bag, it's an ambush attempt from these Tommies. Chindits, aren't they? You can fire. So he's going to shoot across at the sniper. So it's within half range with the LMG. So that'll be soft, cover, small target.
Maybe 5s.
5s, and then the rifles will be 6s.
5s with the LMG.
Oh.
And then...
Good old Wheatfield.
How many rifles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles. 3, 4, 5, 5, 15, sixes.
No.
Oh, good old
Pinpoint with the Lee Enfield.
3 and the 4.
Yeah. Oh, the heroic. Yeah, you got him. And with the Brits finally dealing with the terror that was the Finnish sniper, it is the end of turn 2. Wow. Can't believe it's only the end of turn 2. What a game so far. It's been a real challenge, but I think I've made all the right tactical choices. Let me know down below if you would have done things differently with the hand I've been dealt, so to speak. So, of course, we do still remain on 2 pins here. I chanced an advance and went down twice in a row with these guys, or a run, I can't remember. Obviously, the mortar's gone down twice in a row as well on a 7-up. Not ideal, but we have cleared off the Bofors. That's a decent weapon to have in our pocket, especially with the 2 vehicles just sat in the open there. We also have a flamethrower here, you know, again, within danger close of some units. And we also do still have some veteran squads over here facing off against the Brits and a bazooka team, which can, you know, kill off some units. So we can at least stop them getting loads of units into our reserves. We'll have to fight tooth and nail trying to slow them down getting into our table quarter. Yeah, that's sort of the news over there. In terms of the Brits, of course, they've still got the artillery strike coming in. So all my hard work of clearing these pins could go to waste. And I'm not even that clear. I do have another 2 pins on here. So the Brits are really managing to successfully cycle their pins, sort of as I clear one unit, pinning up another, so on and so forth. And it's just an onslaught, to be frank, you know. So we'll have to see what we can deal with. Now, let's see if that artillery strike comes, and I could really do with it not doing just for one more turn. So it doesn't come in, so it comes in, but with a 3d6 reposition. This could be just what we needed. Come on, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Is this the swing point?
Is this what we needed? We've
3 dice and a scatter.
It does go your way. Oh,
13.
Praise the dice gods, I have to say. Kept my chin up so far. Just held on. Just get plucky pins.
13 inches.
Oh,
right in the
right in the middle. How far did you get, JP? Come on, not too far. Don't need to be clipping these sissy here. Don't get too enthusiastic. A nice little 1 or 2 would be enough. When you roll over here, measure it out. So it's only 1.
So it's
That's still going to be 7 inches. You've got to clip it. This is just what we needed.
It's every one of my squads.
That's bolt action, baby. Guys, if you're watching at home, if the 3 or 4 people who haven't turned off and thought this video is a waste of time at this point, you know, I hope you're as happy as I am to see this. So I don't know what to say, man. I'm like literally speechless. This is just what I needed. So do you want to start rolling some dice?
Yeah.
Get a handful of dice. Start. Do 1 take. Why not?
Okay, so
Your dealer's choice. Roll 6 against yourself. Come on, man. You can do it. 1. They're okay. Well, it's
Bran.
D3 pins. D3 pins.
The other Bran.
Yeah!
Oh, the direct hit, he's got the officer in.
The reliable 6 rolling comes in clutch in this
The
situation.
PS.
Come on, get another 6. No.
And the chin bits.
Yes! Oh man, it's so good. We need to go to a doubles tournament. It has to be said, man. Amazing. Right. Okay. Let's. We'll pause the camera there and just 1 take. Why not? Just grab yourself some dice. Fistfuls of dice.
What do we need?
So you with a template. You've got a template over there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So over here it's probably 4.
Yeah, before the Gurkhas.
I think it's probably 5 because of 4 on the template. Can I not get both of those or not?
No.
No. Okay, 4 on the Gurkhas. I've killed 3 of them.
One's
That's
a
half.
specialist.
And it's
kills me
6.
specialist as well.
Oh, and the pins. Oh, so they're on 6 pins as well. Do you want to resolve them now or carry on?
So they're on 6 pins, lost the leader.
And so they don't have. Sorry, I thought I'd killed one of them already. Oh, I have. So are they taking a check?
No,
They have 6. Yeah, and there's 3 left.
So, leadership test on 6 pins. Fail.
Oh, yeah. Trusty British artillery.
Okay, the Bren with the officer in direct hit.
Okay. Yeah, just direct hit on him. 4 plus 2 is going to glance you because you're open topped. And it's knocked out. Is it open topped on the explosive? Oh no, that's just soft skinned.
Yeah.
So it's either set on fire, do your pins and you set on fire. So take 2 for being set on fire plus another 4 pins. So 6 pins on him.
So the officer takes 6 pins as well.
Yeah, and then needs to run away. See if he gets abandoned. He abandons it, so now you need to do your jump out with D6 hits on the officer.
So
it's been knocked out, hasn't
D6 hits
it?
on the officer. 4 hits.
We'll check the fire, I think. He might live, but
that's probably killed.
Probably killed, but we will check the rule on that one.
Okay, and then it's just pins, pins, and pins.
Pins, pins, and pins. Okay, so D3, D3, D3.
So this Brent takes 3.
Another 6.
This veteran takes
3.
The Payat takes 2. Okay.
Okay, right. Well, that's one heck of a start to turn 3. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I need to just pause the camera now and see what's actually happened after the dust has settled.
3 pins.
We'll check if the officer's dead and be back in a sec. So, in fact, we were slightly wrong, but it turned out the way the dice rolled, which was we forgot that when you hit an open top with indirect fire, I had a feeling it was knocked out, but I couldn't remember exactly how we did it. And just to remind you guys, it's +1 to the damage result table as well as the damage roll when you hit an open topped vehicle with, indirect fire. So that made his damage result, instead of a 6 minus 3, it was a 7 minus 3, which was a 4, knocked out. And then obviously you saw what we did with the officer, he was dead too. So after the dust settles,
killed 3 of my own squads.
Killed 3 of your own squads. We were even going into the turn 3, but now I'm 3 dice ahead and back. You've lost 6, I've lost 2.
Pinned up.
Oh, you've lost 5.
5 to 2.
No, 6. You've lost 6 to 2.
Officer.
Yeah.
Bren. Gurkhas. Sniper. Mortar team. Officer. And the Chindits, yes.
And the Chindits. So the Finns, we are battered. We are bruised, but this squad is freed up and probably just over 6 now, there. It's hard to say, but probably just bought themselves a turn. They were almost definitely getting charged if you got the first dice. Right, so lots to take in, but let's see what we can do with this this gift from the British Artillery Division. The dice is finished. Now, considering I reckon these guys are over charge range, considering a lot of his forces over here are pinned, I think the right choice is to actually go for the bow force. So we're going to give a fire order. Feels so good to say that. Straight into the front of the Stuart, hitting on 3s or 4s. Are you 50% in that?
50% in it.
Okay,
yeah.
He's under depression. On 4s. Oh, it's a double 1. I need you to roll. Yeah. Can you do some food bars and do some shooting of your own units for me as well? Just get those 6s. Next dice is Brits. Before I can get this flamer off, he's going to advance into point blank range, try and strafe me up. He's putting the coaxial and the hull mounted. He's just angled himself in there. Onto the flamer. I'm going to have to go down. He's also pumping shots over here. Now, these aren't a pressing concern of mine, so I'm going to go down with those as well. So it's going to be 6s. Followed by 6s on them. Soft cover down and moved. And then this is small target, soft cover, down, moved. Point blank. So still 6s followed by 6s. And shots first on the flamer. 6s by 6s.
Oh, he's got
a good chance there. Let's see if you can get it.
Come on.
No. The flamer lives.
And then 8 into your squad.
He's forced 2 dice down though.
Yeah, it's not bad. No.
Nothing. I'm glad I fired my bow fours early because now he's going to be chancing it on a 4 indirect with the 25-pounder.
Yes.
No! Brilliant. Time to strike whilst the iron is hot. I'm advancing back with this unpinned sissy squad. They've taken a bloody nose and a bruising, but it's time to see if we can do the same back to the Brits. We're going to shoot point blank into these veterans here. LMG shots on 6s. He's decided to go down. We've got a hit. And then 3 rifles, 6s followed by 6s. Nothing. Can we get a 5 here? No. Chindits on the left flank. Advance into the building. I am already down and it's just 6s followed by 6s with everyone regardless of range and so on and so forth.
Yep.
He's got a chance there. No. Bazooka tries to take a shot at the back of the Stuart, but I'm 24 and a smidge away, just out of range. An order check with this sissy squad. I'm going to try and pass a fire order.
My Bren failed its rally test.
Oh yeah, he failed a rally. I forgot to say that. He failed a rally test with his Bren, got an 11, reversed back 6 inches. So I need an 8 here. Oh, 9 because of the officer. 12 Fubar.
Oh yes.
There's definitely units within 12 inches, so fortunately I just run away. Sprint along behind that rocky outcrop, using it for soft cover against the BT-42. 42 pivots as much as he can. I just need to stay behind line of sight from that Piat there, which is on ambush. He's on 1 pin, but you know, why take risks? And now I'm going to pop a shot, just lob it into these Gurkhas here. I'll need a 5. He gets a 6. Oof. Right, okay, we'll get the old template out. And like 4 Gurkhas. On 2s. We killed only 2.
I'll take that.
And then D3 pins. 3 pinned, I'll take that. Sweet manoeuvres from the Humber Mark 4. He moves and advances, does a couple of pivots to block off the side of the Stuart from the Bofors. He's then going to spray 5 shots into the Bofors. It's moved over half range soft cover, and that's going to be 6s. But of course, artillery pieces never get a small team.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. At the end of turn 3, with no ambushes to do or anything like that. Things have changed quite a bit. Of course, the Brits pinned themselves up heavily at the start of the turn, took out 3 of their own units. They were then forced down due to some point-blank range from the Finns here. Kept them alive, but they're stuck on 4 pins there. They then failed with their fire support in the form of the Bren and backed up. Their Piat did cover the ambush, stopping the BT-42 from coming and doing some serious bullying, but he still managed to land a shot on a 5 on the Gurkhas. He decides to divert from their direct assault into the Finns lines and come towards more vulnerable targets over here. The Brits really are dominating the centre with their vehicles, support and their Gurkhas. And we've got some scraps, but it's just 3 infantry who have been forced down the whole game on 4 pins and just, continuously harassed by the sniper and the Stuarts and so on and so forth. However, our Flamer does remain there alive on 1 pin and certainly just within point blank of that Stuart. And I've got more dice than you. You've killed 2.
Yeah.
And then you killed 3 of your own, but I happen to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the British dice. So fingers crossed we get that dice first turn. Gurkhas might be within 12 of the Bofors there though, but he's also hitting it on a 3 or 3 with the 25-pounder. So there's a lot still to go off. It's just going to be a spicy turn 4 as well. Finns are fighting tooth and nail. I think, we've gone from absolutely effed to in with, a chance.
Well, you're in the lead now.
Well, you say that, but we weren't fully... I might have to clear a couple of things, but I have failed. In the first couple of turns, I failed a lot of rallies as well, didn't I? So I only... these guys are still on 2 pins. They failed another rally. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to rally with these guys. Got another 11. Managed to clear the mortar, thankfully. I just relinquished and was like... These guys foobarred and ran away, so they're still on 2 pins. So yeah, and these guys are still on 4 pins. So the only unit I really had to capitalise on your artillery barrage with was this Sissy squad, which did get a pin, but no kills, and the BT-42, which, you know, got 3 pins and a couple of kills, so good work there. So slowly catches the monkey. Let's see if we can get that primate a little closer. Dice of turn 4 is the flamer. Right, first of all, he's got to pass an order check. He is a veteran. 5 plus a 3, we make it. Okay, now it is a 2 to hit, because he's going to clear that pin. He's in point blank, within half range, doesn't need to move. Come on, lad. No! Of course! Second dice is also finished. I think I only have one real choice here. I've got to charge this veteran squad of Tommies over here. I've got 5 tough fighters versus only 2 of his. It's 5 men versus 5 men, all veterans. But right now I'm striking first. Not difficult terrain. Okay, Finn's first. 5's needing tough fighter. We've got 2 kills. And then 2 more. Tense. Fresh dice. We've got 3.
Right.
Okay, he's got his 2 tough fighters back. He's got double kill. He just needs another 5 now. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, it's a draw. So it's now, we've killed 3 each, right?
It's 2v2.
2v2 at the same time.
I can't believe I've done that. Ready?
Yeah, let's go do this. I've got a kill. Done it! Oh, we had to fight for it. We had to earn it, but we got the kill in the end. Right, consolidation. We get 1 inch. Bofors is going to pop some shots at the Gurkhas as they run around the back of that terrain. Now he's electing to go down. He's on 3 pins, so it'll be 5s for me to hit. If I shoot at the Humber, he'll just wreck it. If I shoot at the Stuart, he's getting hard cover from the Humber. Needing 5s. It's a 1 and a 2. Finnish lieutenant advances through the ruin. He's going to spray his SMG at the Piat team. Some 5s. Nothing. It's another Finnish dice. Okay, so we're going to try and shoot at his 25-pounder before he hits my Bofors on a 3. We need a lucky 6. Come on now. No, close. Let's advance into the ruin on the left flank. They're spraying across at the Sissy. I really want to hop him in this utility car, but I've got to go down, because if they die, he's probably closer to the utility car, or be able to get closer with something. 6s?
No. And 6s by 6s? No.
Continuation squad finally advance out of that forest where they've been hiding all game, and they're gonna shoot some rifles across at the Piat team. Magic 6s here. Nothing. After repositioning last turn, the British sniper takes a pot shot at the Finnish flamethrower. He's got the hit, needing a 4. No. T-42 pivots around the car, advances up just onto the edge of that hill here. He's going to fire down into the Stuart there. It's going to be a 5 to hit, moved and soft cover. 5. No. It's time for the 25-pounder to have another go at the Bofors. This time.
Yes! Oh my god.
Oh, I love that. An order on the Bren. Try and get closer to a friendly unit.
Yeah, come on.
Reverses another inch. British dice next, and it's going to be the Stuart. He's rotating his turret to pop a shot into the front of the BT-42 in soft cover. He's also going to spray his hull mounted into the flamethrower, who's already fired, so he can't go down now. And that's going to be the LMGs as well. 13 dice into the flamethrower on 4s. It's not looking hopeful. I would safely say he is dealt with. Just a soft cover, 4 to hit into the BT. Oh, it's a miss. We're going to have to go for a trick shot with the Panzerschreck. Now, this I think is my most tactical manoeuvre here, because if I shoot at the Bren carrier and knock it out, then he can just shoot my BT-42 in the side, which isn't a great trade-off. He can also, you know, if I move out to shoot over here, he can charge me, which is sort of the last of my decent anti-tank dealt with, or again shoot me in the side of the BT-42. So I think, you know, is what it is. It's 5 to hit because he doesn't want to go down. Come on, I really want this one. Yes!
Oh, he gets it.
Okay, 2 to kill. It's only one guy. Yes! Okay, so it's 2 pins and a leadership on -3 because you're a weapons team. And no way. And last man.
No.
Yes! We dealt with the Piat. That's a... With the Piat team now a smoking crater. I am closer to that Bren carrier with this Sissy squad. So we'll have to see if JP can do something about that. Humber's going to take a shot with his light anti-tank gun at the front of the BT-42 as it crests the hill. Oh no! It's another one. Okay, so it's the end of turn 4 and the battle lines are still chaotic, but the Finns have managed to clear off the assault to the front of their deployment zone, although these Gurkhas are currently in our table quarter and therefore worth 3 points, even if they just go down for the rest of the game, although obviously I'm sure he'd much rather charge and get himself a couple more kills on the way. So in terms of units left, I have actually got more dice left, but a lot of them are scraps. I've got a car here, it's on 2 pins and can't really achieve much. I've got a car over here on a pin. It can potentially get 3 guys into it and into JP's table quarter or neutral, which it is. They're both neutral at the moment, but I think these things are just, they're gonna die. I mean, they're facing off against a Humber, a Stuart, a Sniper, some Chindits. So I feel like this neutral table quarter is probably going to be in JP's possession. He also now only needs a 2 to hit the bow for. So he's got there in the end. He's had to go the long way round. He's had to
go yet.
But I'd love to get a pin on you and somehow and make you fail that. But so he should get the bow force, which then frees up his vehicles as well. Because currently he's kind of, could be aggressive until he got to this point, and then he's had to sort of slow down.
Hit myself with the artillery.
Yeah, the artillery just really cannot thank you enough for that once again. But the Finns have got, you know, the potential to score. They've got an officer in this table quarter already. They've taken this with the Sissy squad there, and they've got more that they can happily get into this table quarter. But all of this added together may not add up to all the stuff that JP can get into my actual own table quarter instead of the neutral. And of course, he's got plenty that can sit in this neutral table quarter too. So it's difficult, but I have a big kill lead now at this point. So it's really just all over the place in terms of sort of initiative and stuff. You know, I've got probably a 4 dice lead. And in terms of kills, I've got a 3 dice lead in the bag.
4 dice lead in kills.
4 dice lead in kills. I'm also pinned up with this Sissy squad, pinned up with this Sissy squad, heavily pinned with this Sissy squad, whereas you are, as you have been for most of the game, apart from the stuff which just got crumbled, yeah, just free to do whatever you would like.
Absolutely fine.
You're absolutely fine. So we're in very different situations, like it's all over the place. Like anything could happen. It's very, very exciting. Did not think we'd be in this position at turn 4. I thought I'd have been tabled by now, but you know, we've just managed to just grit our teeth and hold him off with a couple of things here and there. But I don't know if we'll be able to survive all the way to turn 6 or 7 if it gets that far. Let's stay tuned to find out. First dice is finished. We actually got mixed up a little bit. I had 2 more kills thanks to that Bren. We hadn't added the Bren and the Piat into the equation. So yes, JP's only got what, 5 or 6 dice left in the bag. 6 dice left in the bag to mine 11. So yeah, the Finns do look like they've got quite the lead here, and I'm going to try and exploit that now. So it's BT-42 first. I'm going to try and lob a shot into the back of this, or the side of this Stuart here. I'll be hitting him on a 4 for soft cover. That's all it is. But I think that's it. I'm not quite clipping the Humber. I'm the 4 here. Come on. No? Okay. So far, so good on that Stuart, JP. Next dice is Finnish. I've got to go with this Bofors before he fires that 25-pounder. I'm going to sling it into the Gurkhas. It's only turn 5, so JP's going down. He wants to get them. Well, I guess just stay alive, right?
Yeah.
So I need 5 here. We've got one. So that'll be 2. Killing on 4s because of pen +1. Come on, lads. No kills, but D2 pins. I'll take 2 pins. Once again, the Tommies advance towards my sissy spring from the hip. And they're chindits, sorry, not Tommies. That's why they fire and manoeuvre, so they don't suffer the -1. I've got to go down. This was going to be my next dice. Hop in the soft skin and chance it and then try and get away. But it's not to be. Maybe we'll put them on 5 pins, but they're definitely not dashing into his deployment zone this turn, that's for sure. The Chindits continue to advance through the neutral table quarters towards this sissy and transport. Now I am hunkered down in the neutral table quarter also, just within the edge of it. So I'm going to go down to try and stay alive here. So he's going to have, how many
shots on 6s, 1 on 6s by 6s?
8 on 6s, 1 on 6s, followed by 6s. Nope.
6s.
One's got hit there. Here's a kill. Can I get the leader? Next dice is Finnish. Now, I'm going to try and pop a shot onto his 25-pounder on a 5 with my mortar. Come on now. This would be sweet. It's a 2, JP. You're okay. Panzer Shrek team advance 4 inches out of the building and just they're going to try and pop a shot into the back of the Stuart. 6 now. No. It's time for the 25-pounder. Will JP finally experience the sweet relief of hitting this Bofors?
On a 2.
Oh, he does get it. I actually believed you were going to get a 1 there.
So did I for a second.
2 guys.
I
guess them both. Yeah. And that's the Bofors dealt with. Sniper's going to take a shot into the sissy squad this time. And there's only 2 of them left and they're on 5 pins.
Well, in the 3.
No. With the Panzerfaust covering the approach to the opponent's table quarter, the sissy squad from here just dash across, having finished off that Bren last turn. We're almost there. Stuart can come get me if he wants to try. Humber advances and repositions. He's going to try and pop a shot in the side of the BT-42, needing a 5. Oh, no. Stuart backs up, reverses, pivots, and he's going to spray his hull-mounted LMGs and MMG into the Panzer Shrek team. Small target, soft cover, moved, but not over half range. And then he's going to put his turret-mounted coaxial machine gun into this sissy squad here, trying to stop me from scoring 3 points in turn 6. And the sissies, nothing. 13, is it? 13. Oh, he's got a fair few chances there. Up there, that's
5.
Needing 4s. And yes, he's done the squad with the Stuarts, ever reliable. With that, it is the end of turn 5. And again, quite a spicy turn indeed. The Stuart finishing it off by killing off the ever-annoying Panzer Shrek team with a burst of machine gun fire. Although these sissy remain scoring for now 1 point and capable of upping that to 3 points in turn 6 if they survive. Maybe I can advance into ambush and then go down. We'll see if I'm close enough. I think that's the gamble I might take.
It's not a bad choice.
Who knows? Who knows? That's the power of the Finns. So, as we can see over here, the Brits are climbing back. They managed to take care of the Bofors. They managed to take care of the Shrek. That is the majority of the anti-armour capabilities of the Finns finally taken out, and that means that he can now push deeper into my territory with these armoured vehicles almost certainly scoring. I do have a couple more anti-armour solutions. I have a double Shrek here, although this squad went down again this turn when I simply wanted to advance on another 11, so whether they'll even respond to orders is anyone's guess. Over here, as we've seen, the Finns just continuously pinned down in this forest, been unable to move all game or even get a rally off. So they could then, their sort of number could be up, but can they live for one more turn? Probably not. I'd be charging if I were those Chindits. He's got a massive...
No, within 12 because we're in...
Yeah, because you're shot at me. Within half range with your rifles. So I need to get out of there. On 5 pins, that's not going to be easy. So it's looking good, and then even a little consolidate, if he gets lucky, could potentially take him into my table quarter. So the Brits are bringing forward, they're bringing forward their reserves and their sort of second wave into scoring positioning now. The Finns, we sort of finished off by advancing up here just a short distance. We sprayed down 6s followed by 6s, didn't expect much, but actually got a pin. No kills though on the Chindits down here, so they're on 6 pins. So overall, we're just trying to squeeze every last drop of juice out of all of our units in terms of scoring and, you know, trying to shut the opponent down. But it's anyone's game still going into turn 6. I've got a kill lead. JP's going to be scoring more in positioning. Who knows? BT42 gets the first dice and he's advancing just over this rock and a little pivot to try and put some soft cover between him and the Humber and the Stuart. He's then going to pop a shot across at the Stuart. It's going to be soft cover moved in the front. But if I can pull this off and stun him, at least just get a hit.
Yeah,
stun him in place, save these guys, hopefully score 3 points for them, and stop the Stuart actually getting into my deployment zone. So it could be a 6-point swing with a 5. You know what, I'm going to roll it right now. One take. Yes! Oh, that's what I needed. I've been saving that for you all game, my friend. See if I've got another one stored in my pocket. Okay, come on. It's a 3 plus 3, that's a 6. So it's just glanced, but I needed a 5 there. But can I get 3 pins? No, just a 1 pin. So not the result we wanted, but it's something, at least I'll take it. 2 dice. The first one, I put this sissy squad in the neutral quarter on ambush, just overlooking at the Gurkhas there. And then I've advanced forward with this squad with the Panzerfaust, past the order check, aimed to fire 2 shots through this gate into the front of the Humvee. Decided to recce, pull the dice. However, he did manage to, he took a risk and decided to stay within my table quarter to score the 3 points. And we were a hair over, I mean like 12 inches and a millimetre away from hitting him with this closest Panzerfaust. But it is what it is. Still scoring, but he can't shoot me back at least. Pounder advances back 6 inches, just away from the encroaching machine gun, and also meaning that he's resetting my mortar to a 6. It's going for a charge. I'll fire my Overwatch. It's going to be 6s followed by 6s with 5 pins. Oh, there's a chance. No. So he's definitely within 12 because he was within half range with his rifles last time. Yeah. It's charged straight with some of his guys straight past that fence. So no worries. He's going to strike first. This is going to be tricky for me to beat him. I do have to fight it though, and you don't. Attack needing 5. Brit's going first. He's done the job. Advance into ambush with my sissy. Don't think I've quite made it over the halfway mark yet, but if it goes to turn 7, more likely to score 3 points, and I can still go down at the moment. Now it's going to be the British sniper, and he's going to shoot across at them. No point going down because it doesn't affect the sniper. So it'll be a 3 if he's in range, which I think he almost certainly is. A 3? Oh, yes, he's got the hit, needing a 5. Oh, he's got a kill finally. So you're killing the officer or the LMG?
The officer, make you take
that makes sense. So on a -2, needing an 8. Needing a 9 because I'm on leadership 11 right now. Oh, it's a good job.
So that's 6 for a second.
Yeah, me too. Now that my target's been reset, it's much of a muchness. Going for a danger close, lucky 6 on the Gurkhas.
4-point swing.
Could be massive if I get this. Come on now. No. Ooh.
Close.
Okay, it's time to advance the Stuart. Let's see if that pin counts. No, he gets away with it. Yeah. Stuart has advanced up to get the BT in the open. Now he's also going to be positioned so that next turn, if it goes turn 7, he can just do a pivot and dash straight into my deployment zone or my table quarter. On top of that, he's also spraying his hull-mounted machine guns into the sissy squad to try and suppress them, so his Gurkhas can make a charge into here without, you know, eating too much from ambush. Yeah. Big gun first, needing a 4. He's got the hit. Pen 4, armor 7 on the side.
3.
Oh, just a pen, just a pin. Right, now 13 shots.
13 shots on
6s.
6s. 2.
It's a pin. Nice one to hit the Gurkhas. And a kill as well. Get a dice. I've dashed my car back into friendly territory. He's just gonna die if he stays next to the Chindits, and there's just nowhere I can go that isn't going to be closer to one of his units. So yes, with our tail between our legs, we'll try and live to fight another day. Now it's going to be the Chindits. He's declaring a up and at 'em run. So he goes down to 5 pins, automatically passing the order. I'm going to shoot my ambush down. It'll be just soft cover on a pin, 5s, and with the LMG, 6s with the rifles. Now, thanks to the Stuart, and he's going for these continuation war guys.
Yeah.
And because he'll have to go round terrain, we will be fighting at the same time, but he can go the full 12. Shots on 5s. Oh, nothing. That's not what we wanted. Oh, the pin. Damn the Stuart. 6, no. Okay, he's straight in there. Okay, so Finns are going to be on the right, Brits on the left. You've got 5 tough fighter veterans. I've got 3 regulars without tough fighter. I have 6 guys, but it's halved.
Yeah, good job.
Right, okay, let's do this. Nothing.
1, 2.
2, and the car expert's done. Yeah. Okay, he sees them off. Consolidate. Oh, 4, you'll get that car. So with that assault, it is the end of turn 6 and potentially the game. The Chindits will, of course, finish off by wiping out that utility car there by being closest to it. And that takes it to 8 kills to the Brits and 9 kills to the Finns. So we're even dice in the bag, 6 all. However, because JP's got a couple of units in my deployment zone compared to me only really having units in neutral table quarters, and him still having plenty of those to boot, with the sniper, the Stuart, and the Chindits. He is currently leading the score 17 to 11, I believe. So Finns have done well to cling on with 11 points there. It's not too close to smashing, but let's see if it's going to carry on for a 7th turn.
Okay, big blue.
Okay,
Yeah, goes on.
Right, let's see if I can grab more points. Dice is finished. The BT crew are just going to swivel the turret 180 and pop a shot into the Gurkhas. JP's pulled a dice, he's gone down, so I need a 5 to hit because he's just in the open. 5, come on now. Yes! Oh, yes, that's what we needed.
Don't call it a comeback.
Okay, so you've gone down, so it's only 3.
So it's 3.
Needing 2s now. We've killed 3.
Okay.
They've still got 5 pins, and I need to put another D3 on them.
Oh my god.
They're on 8 pins. You need a double 1 here.
Come on.
No, there's a 5. No, he dropped the dice, really. 6 and a 3. He's wiped the Chindits with the BT-42. What a swing. Gurkhas, sorry. But that's 3. It's my army as well, I should know. Wow, that's great. Dice is also finished. Just what I needed. I've advanced this sissy squad guy into ambush, which means he can still go down if JP targets him. He's a small target and soft cover there. That's 3 points in the bag, hopefully. Another Finnish dice. We're going for a mortar shot. We're going to sling it just over into these Chindits here. See if we can pin them in place on 1 point, because they're certainly a simple run away from becoming 3 points in my table quarter. JP says he's not going down to a lucky 6. Come on now. No.
Yes.
Humber's going for a simple burst. He's just over point blank, sadly. So it's going to be 4s to hit because I'm in soft cover.
No,
It's 2. Could do it. he's got them. Right, okay. So it's -2. Weapons team, so no NCO. They live. Stuart advances into my table quarter. He's going to be 3 points now. And then he's shooting his main gun. I think he's just into the side of the BT-42 there. And 13 shots down into the mortar on 5s. He's just over point blank from the back of the BT-42, so it's going to be a 5. He gets the hit. So it's 4 plus 2. It's a glance.
So
4 down to 1, stunned him.
Into your mortar.
Yeah.
4 hits.
He's got the kill. Sissy squad in the ruin decide to spray out across into this squad here with the LMG. I'm looking for a pin. Hopefully make them fail an order check. 5s. Nothing. My last 2 dice are my car and my officer. So they're just going down and advancing respectively. And then he's going to run with these Chindits now. Nothing I can do about that. He's probably, he's going to get the whole squad into my table quarter there, over the halfway mark. And that's another 3 points, upgraded from 1. He's going to try and secure victory with the sniper, shoot down into this sissy. Final member is going to be a 3 to hit. He's got the hit, he needs a 5. Oh no, thankfully I live. 3 points so far. 25 pounders going for a shot. He's actually going to ignore this sissy member. It'd be a 6 followed by a 6, and he's too close for indirect from a light howitzer. So instead he's going to load an anti-tank shell. It's going to be over half range. It's going to be hard cover for shooting through a wall. But if you can get a lucky 6, it'd be 2 point swing for the Brits.
Come on. Last shot of the game?
Probably. No. Okay, so with all that, it is the end of the game. We've added up the scores and, well, it's certainly an interesting result. I'll say that for sure. So we'll talk you through it now. But just looking at the remaining forces, the Brits are clinging on now with just 1 squad of Chindits here and a sniper over here in a neutral table quarter, and their 25 pounder just sitting at the back. They've also got their Stuart here. But is that everything you've got? Oh, and of course, who could forget the sneaky Humber just hidden in the tree line and the fences over on this flank here. Now, the Finns are also clinging on. They've got a BT-42. They've got a sissy squad with an officer leading those units. And then 1 more unit, just a remaining lone wolf on a Sigma mission just over here into the opponent's table quarter. And with all that, it is 9 kills to the Brits and 10 kills to the Finns. However, the Brits, on top of their 9 points, they also have a 10th point for this sniper in a neutral table quarter. Then they've got 3 units worth 3 points each. The Chindits, the Humber, and the Stuart driving in there at the end, just over the line, taking them to 19 points. I've got my 10 points for kills, and I've got 1, 2, 3 for neutrals, and a 4th, and then 3 more for being in his table quarter, bringing me up to 16 for the Finns. So, all in all, it's just 3 point difference.
Yeah, it doesn't look it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that result all in all. Depending on the format of the tournament, that could be just classed as a narrow loss, like 1 point, or who knows, That's
it's been an uphill battle for you all game, though.
It's been heavy, I'm not gonna lie, but I've done everything I can to just keep knocking out units, keep just pushing, keep my eye on the prize a little bit. The thing is, there was nothing I could do whatever happened, because of the start, really, to get into your table quarter with anything, I had to sort of kill as much as I can and get into the neutral table quarters for my points, really. Got one there and then maybe the BT could have done some fast manoeuvres. You know, I'm not that far away from your table quarter. Potentially my officer could have done more dashing over there over a couple of turns, got me a couple more points. But all in all, I think the Brits got a deserved victory there. So with all that being said, JP, any final thoughts on the Finnish list, where to go from here, that kind of thing?
I think we need to look at the BT42. The choice between that and the Stug.
Yeah, the Stug's always playing on my mind, man. I definitely need to try him in a competitive list, but how competitive is he?
I think the BT42 is just the answer for the Finns. He gives you the right amount of firepower. He's cheap enough to fit into your list.
90 points cheaper.
He can. It's
He can still take hits. He's only got one shot.
Any vehicle. I think he's just a better choice.
He can skulk around, always being there, always being a threat, and then if he gets his chance and he gets a hit, he often just wallops out a unit, wipes a squad. If he's got to pin some vehicle, he can.
The two cars just gives the Finns that extra mobility where you need those support teams for your flamethrower, the Panzer Shrek, because you haven't got the
Shrek needs mobility, 100%. And the Flamer can, it needs to be able to get where it's got to go. That's just, with that, absolutely. That's been a big upgrade for the army for sure. And then I think,
it's like fighting vermin when you're playing these. You're so tough. Your squads, even when look at this guy here.
He's got me 3 points. He's
3 points.
He's leadership 11.
Because it can still go down.
You can still, he managed to advance into ambush to get over there. And you know if you try and shoot him and wipe him out, he'll just go down from the ambush. So instead of having to run, he can just take his time. So I think the 4 Sissy, I've played Finns a lot now. And I have to say, I think the 4 Sissy is the right choice in terms of competitive lists, because it becomes the entire build is the advance into ambush.
I was playing about with the points for the Finns before, trying to fit another continuation war squad in. But seeing the way the Sissy do work, and they're just so hard to remove off the board.
Yeah, that's true.
They're so reliable to get you those points.
They don't run, even if they take a half wounds, half casualties, that kind of thing. Yeah, really, really reliable on the Sissy. I think I'm happy with the officer just skulking around, catching a ride in a vehicle, hopping out. It's tempting to try and fit a first lieutenant in. A couple of snap twos on advance into ambush with continuation war could be a really sweet combo.
Yeah, we can squeeze another dice or two in if we look at a limber or something like that.
Yeah, we'll probably get a horse-drawn limber in for the Beauforts. That's an easy few points. Easy dice. So there's a few little tweaks to go, for sure.
Let us know what you do with it in the comments.
The choices are basically, let us know in the comments, as JP said. The choices are basically down to, do I take 2 continuation war or 1? I think the Carcapacios are dropped from this list. They're a one-trick pony. They catch people out all the time, but if someone
knows how to play against them as expected, then they can be a waste.
They can be countered really easily, and that's happened to me again and again at tournaments recently. So Carcapacios just haven't been pulling their weight, sadly, because they're my favourite unit and they're another defining part, being able to outflank from the back line. With the 2 Faust is just enough extra. I messed up. This was my big mistake. My big mistake was putting them here. I don't know why I did it. I had all this soft cover intervening that you were never going to hit them. There's just no point. I should have had them wedged here somewhere so they were able to counter you very quickly. But then again, with the dice I rolled, I just went 11, 11, 11. Oh, I'll advance, and then 11. So, in this game they wouldn't have done much, but in any other, game they could have done a lot more had I positioned them better. So that was it was a big mistake on my part. Apart from that, I just did the best I can. It was quite an odd game to learn from. But I think I learned a lot about the units when they were put under a lot of pressure. and I'm very, very happy with the way the Sissy performed. Having like
You know
this
how
squad
to
only
scrap
got
with
wiped
them.
out from a chart. Yeah,
You know how to scrap with them. You can get points from them. You know what they can and can't do. And that's the point of playing them and being good with an army. You understand what the boundaries are of each model that you put in that list.
And that's, I think, a really important point because, you know, the big question on my mind is, can the Finns play with the big boys? Because they don't have the toys that other competitive armies have. They don't have Stuarts. You know, they can now thankfully take cars for flamers. That's been a big boost. I think before that, that it was really questionable. Yeah, they're limited on the anti-tank. I think the Bofors is right. 10 points cheaper than a howitzer. It's tempting to run a howitzer, pay the 10 points, and have double howitzer. But I think it's a nice mix. This guy gets 2 shots if he gets a chance. Obviously, a lot of the time he gets 7.
They just don't have the selection of vehicles that other armies do. A nice armoured car slot or something.
Yeah. It's just very, very limited. So can they keep up? Well, I think, you know, their rules are, their faction rules are so particularly strong for a minor faction that it does help a lot. It's just, is it enough? And I think, you know, we're getting to the point where we're going to find out. And, you know, make sure you subscribe, guys, because as I've said at the start of the battle, we're going over to Denmark and we're taking my Finns, fighting against Bo. If I can do some work against Bo, or at least learn, really push them to the limit, then we'll know for sure. That'll be the answer to the question: can the Finns play against the big boys? Really? So yeah, we'll find out. So we'll wrap up there, I guess. Anything else to say? No,
it was another good game. Nice to get the Brits on the table.
It's extremely fun.
Army properly before.
Yeah, you enjoyed the Brits?
Yeah, I can see myself running these at a tournament soon.
Yeah, you definitely got to borrow those Brits for a tournament. You've got them, man. They're probably going to get nerfed in 3rd edition, so got to take them out once before that happens. Who knows though? Who knows? Brit bias for life. That's what I say.
Best army in the world.
There we go. So with that being said, I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you found it entertaining. This has been the Scholar Progenium. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.